Warrington favourite here. Now playing with the Saints. Came on virtually a free transfer. So this afternoon's team, Saints from 1 Connolly, 2 Hunt, 3 Griffiths, 4 Laughlin, 5 Rapati. Half-backs Bailey and Bishop. In the forwards with Stuart Evans, Paul Groves and Kevin Ward. Dwyer and Mann in the second row. Shane Cooper loose forward with Devine and Palmer substitutes. The Warrington side, number 1 Lyon, 2 Drummond, 3 Bateman, 4 Mercer, 5 Rudd. O'Sullivan and Ellis as half-backs in the forwards with Harman, Mann and Tees in the front row. McGinty and Duffy in the second row. Paul Cullen at loose forward with Mark Thomas and Roland Phillips substitutes. Today's captain for Warrington, Des Drummond, and Saints captain as ever, Shane Cooper. Centre fielder with referee Brian Goltrus from Bradford. So we can only look forward to an emphatic game this afternoon. Saints coming up with 64 points against 23 in the first 2 rounds against Swinton and Featherstone, and what a tremendous win at Post Office Road, Featherstone in midweek. We're just waiting now for the kick-off. Saints to kick off, get us underway. Paul Laughlin, referee Goltrus blows his whistle, and away we go. Saints kick it deep, and Saints come up quickly into the tackling. Paul Groves, one of the tacklers there, back in the first team. Warrington still in possession, still in the 25-yard area. Solid Saints tackling after count. Saints with a much bigger pack than Warrington this afternoon, but Warrington always cup fighters. Prop forward there, Harman, battering his way forward. 10 yards from the halfway line. Warrington still in possession. Dwayne Mann pegs it back. Out to David Lyon. He boots it upfield. Alan Hunt take it in his own 25. He breaks through with the first line of defence as Alan Hunt, even though in my opinion it wasn't the required 10 yards. Bishop along the line onto Rapati. No doubt when Paul Bishop gets this ball, he'll receive quite a lot of attention from the Warrington players. Mark Bailey loses his footing, looks very slippy out there. Shane Cooper, lovely ball to Connolly, tries to give the dummy, but the touch judge is on. A little bit of scrapping here just out of your camera sight. It's Billy McGinty there in, Neil Harman in, and another fight has erupted right with the referee, well the touch judge, I beg your pardon. So 2 fracas breaking out early, and these match day officials will have to get in there and get it sorted out. So obviously a little bit of ill feeling between both teams, and they still have to get sorted out early. Referee Goltrus there, but touch judge on the far side there with the red flag, Mr. Hayes, calling foul at the players there. He got roped into that fracas. So all 3 of the officials there, as both teams are grouped separately, but we just have to see the outcome. No doubt a toughly contested tie. The other ties today, Witness against Batley at Norton Park and Castleford against Rochdale at Weldon Road. And yesterday's match there with Wigan, the old Pie Eaters going out by 12 points to 6 at home to Bradford. So it's a penalty kick to the Saints. Desi Drummond there just consulting referee Goltrus. But both fracas there being sorted out. Somebody's gone in with a punch. A Warrington player, obviously. And the first penalty of the game goes the Saints' way. Paul Laughlin. Good deep kick. Finds touch 10 yards virtually inside the Warrington half. With Paul Groves to get us underway. Stuart Evans first man in, and they'll not take anything out of Evans, will they? Neil Harman quickly in there with the other prop forward, Gary Tees. It's Kevin Ward, but certainly some fiery tackling going in. Nothing more than we can expect from this local derby, but Ward still has possession. There's some solid tackling going in there, and Saints will just have to buckle down. Bernard Dwyer sees a gap, tries for it, looking for support, onto Laughlin. Looking for support now, but 10 yards That punch going in there, yes. Referee Golser saw it right under the sticks. It was the prop forward, Gary T's defender that time. You clearly see it from here. And right in front of referee Golser. He's going to be spoken to. Whether he was the offender the first time, I don't know. But if he's not careful, he could be down the tunnel. So it's T's the offender. As Laughlin driving for the line, play quickly. Cooper onto Rapati, dragging for the corner. Is he forced into touch? He is. Cooper tried to take it quickly, get the players off hand. But he went on to Rapati, a long pass there, and he was forced into touch. First scrum of the match. It's Ellis to feed. Warrington feed and Warrington possession. Saints quickly break from the pack. Mann and Cooper in. But solid tackling there. Groves going in to assist his captain, Shane Cooper. Drummond now, veteran campaigner for Warrington, and spent 10 seasons with Lee. Duane Mann. But George Mann moving in quickly. And Saints are hitting back in good style. I'm sure anything that Warrington can do, Saints can do. And with a double portion. But referee Golser's there, just slowing the game down. Saints are penalised for moving up too quickly in an offside position. And it's David Ryan with the ball in his possession. It's the 5th meeting of these two teams in this competition, formerly the John Player Trophy, and now the Regal Trophy, only the 2nd season of the Regal Trophy. Saints looking to get in the semi-final for the 2nd successive year in the Regal. They was in the John Player Trophy for the first 3 years of the competition, but it's Wellington in possession. Ellis at the hub of things, getting things underway. Got solid Saints tackling, play stop midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Well, Kevin Ward in there, and Kevin Ward this time being penalised for having a go in the pack. I think it's on second row this, it's second row John Duffy, the Australian. But Warrington there awarded a penalty. Warrington are going to have a go for goal this time. John Duffy there that was in at the thick of the action. But it was Kevin Ward that was penalised for an alleged cump. David Lyon, I think it is going to... no, it's not. It's not David Lyon, I beg your pardon. He's at the back position. But Warrington are going for goal. It's 40 yards out. And about 15 yards in from the main stand side here at Wilderspool. Saints with a chance of early points up there, but they elected to run it. And it's Chris Rudd, the Cumbrian wingman, positioning himself there, just composing himself. Looks on its way. Yes, it's between the uprights. Warrington in the lead, 2 points to 0. So Warrington in the lead, 2 points to 0, with that Chris Rudd penalty goal for Kevin Ward, allegedly thumping Don Duffy. But Ellis takes the ball from the kick-off. Evans and George Mann come in, throws him down, but he moves over and Bernard Dwyer completes the tackle. Duane Mann from acting half-back. Paul Cullen in possession. Duane Mann again, takes it in field. Neil Harmon coming in, driving the ball in, but Dwyer and Kevin Ward bring him down. Warrington bring it blindside. Solid tackle again, good tackle from Laughlin right round the chest on Duffy there, clamps in man and ball. But it's Duane Mann along the line, Saints close up very quickly. Ellis, George Mann moves in, the ball's released. Quickly in there, the Saints, but they're penalised for allegedly going in at the tackle. It was on Kevin Ellis. He had possession. He was going in for the ball, was Evans, but he was penalised. And it's Lyon taking over to the main stand side. Finds touch just inside the Saints half. Perhaps about 5 to 8 yards. Duane Mann. Well, Saints penalised for offside, so he's doing a bit of nitpicking here. He's referee Goltris. There's always another chance, yes, that Rudd is elected to go for goal. He's just kicked one from a similar position. Perhaps a bit nearer the line, but yet a bit more to the main stand side this time. So Warrington, as I say, they've come through to the third round by virtue of wins against Runcorn and Lee last week, a half match here at Witherspoon last week. They only beat Lee by 11 points to 6, whereas Saints all the way ties, and they're going to be all the way ties, aren't they, provided we come through this afternoon's match as winners. We beat Swinton at Swinton 31-7. Featherstone, a great match last Tuesday by 33 points to 16. George Mann named man of the match on both of these occasions, and Saints certainly they play as good as they did at Featherstone on Tuesday with nothing to worry about. So it's Rudd again. It looks well flighted. Yes, the touch judges raised the flags. So Warrington with 2 penalty goals in 3 minutes. So Saints now 4 points to nil in arrears. Only 9 minutes gone. Laughlin to get us underway from the centre spot. And as long as referee Galtris is consistent and does same for both sides, we won't grumble, will we? So Warrington driving it up. Loose forward Cullen in a testimonial season here this year at Warrington. And he's not renowned for his finesse in the tackle either, is Cullen. Always a hard cut fight inside. Warrington in possession. It's second row, it's centre Gary Mercer. Dwayne Mann now at dummy half. Warrington bunched, but Mann elects to kick upfield. Gary Conley takes it, no problem. Plays waved on by referee Galtris. Conley takes the first line of the Warrington defence. George Mann, Stuart Evans moving out wide. Mark Bailey, dummy half, and Saints take it blind side onto George Mann, running hard in the centre spot there. Well, Saints nearly caught out there, no man at acting half-back. Cooper, good ball to Laughlin, hits the gap hard, gets his ball away to Rapati. Feeds it inside, well, it's intercepted there. Chris O'Sullivan, well, he's got out to the tackle, surely it's a penalty. The tackle was completed, referee Galtris was looking there, and Chris O'Sullivan made an error there, an error of judgment. He was down on the ground, but he got up and went further forward. He should have got up and played the ball. Referee Galtris right on the spot, and Saints being granted the penalty. 4 penalties to 3 in Warrington's favour. Saints to restart. Just inside the Warrington half. Kevin Ward runs it up. 2 or 3 forward drive from the Saints, and then no doubt they'll move it crossfield. Bishop there lying close in, and no doubt he'll get the attention of the Warrington forwards. Paul Groves at dummy half. He takes it infield. George Mann coming through, and that looks a high tackle by Dwayne Mann, but George Mann, he just shrugs him off, doesn't he? Tremendous competitor in the middle of a bit of a wrangle between the New Zealand board and the Saints over his contract, but it's Bishop. Gives the ball out to Dwyer. Dwyer about 5 yards short of the line, and Bishop nearly works his magic there against his own side. His own side. Groves turns it right. Cooper chips it through. He took a Warrington player. Saints being penalised for holding the Warrington man back as he attempted to get that loose ball. Shane Cooper that tried to grubber it through. It's a Warrington man, and a Saints player impeded him in his efforts. So it's Warrington with another penalty. That's the 5th, and we've only had 12.5 minutes of play in this game so far. It's 4 points to 0 in Warrington's favour, with penalty goals from Rudd in the 6th and the 9th minute. Long distance ones as well, about 40-45 yards. So it's Warrington in possession, just short of the halfway line, spreading it right. Neil Harmon driving up forward, but Kevin Ward and Bernard Dwyer, is a good tackling machine. Played at hooker last couple of games. Ellis gathers the ball. It's Chris O'Sullivan at dummy half. Warrington moving it blindside onto Cullen, trying to create a gap, but Laughlin and Bailey come in and close him down. Desi Drummond, captain from acting half-back, and it's all on. Drummond comes up with it, he knocks it back. Ellis tries to weave through. Tackle count, wave clean. Warrington lucky to gather that ball. It's a Saints man as it was kicked through. Man, well, crossing there, surely. Well, referee Galtris put his whistle to his lips and then changed his mind, but a clear example of crossing there. And Saints unlucky not to get the penalty. But Drummond midfield, trying to get things underway. Warrington looking for support, and Drummond's there. Connolly there stops him, but Warrington running hard. Tremendous backing up from this Warrington outfit. Bishop there, that's the marker, but it's Drummond again. He's come in field and tried to get him going, and he certainly put that spark that Warrington had needed. A penalty there against Paul Bishop, against Des Drummond, for not allowing Drummond to get up and play the ball quickly. So we'd imagine Rudd will be called over to see if he can try his hand at a penalty attempt from this side of the pitch this time. It is. It's Rudd, he's going for goal. But Warrington putting plenty of pressure on the Saints there. He moved upfield about 30 or 40 yards, and it was Drummond there coming off his right wing bird, going in the centre spot, and he was looming up everywhere, wasn't he? It's the fifth time these sides have met, and in this competition, as I said before, but Warrington coming up 3-1 winners, 73-74 in the semi-final. Saints losing 20 points to 9 in 80-81 was the next time we met them in the first round. The Saints going out 14-12. Then Saints won it in 83-84 in the second round, 18 points to 10 before getting knocked out. And then 86-87 we lost 20 points to 22 at Nosey Road. But that kick is successful. Another one from Road. So 15 minutes of the game gone, and Warrington there 6 points to 0 in the lead, courtesy of Chris Rudd, the left wing, with 3 penalty goals. Saints kick it deep. It goes dead. Bounces in the field of play, so Warrington are forced to drop out between their own posts. Saints will regather possession. And it looks like Chris O'Sullivan with the ball in his hands, ready to drop it out. He'll look for a deep kick. Hasn't gone very deep. Bishop takes it up. Feeds it inside. Jonathan Griffiths, strong ex-Welsh Rugby Union wingman. Well, not a wingman, three-quarter I should say, but he's playing out there in the right centre position. Plenty of ex-Rugby Union converts on the park this afternoon. As Saints tidy up the loose ball. It's Ward running hard into the 25. Alan Hunt running in with him. George Mallet dummy half. Feeds it inside. Bishop. Shane Cooper along the line. Another long pass to Loughlin. Tries to get round the Warrington defence. Sixth and final tackle signified. Cooper brings it blindside and chips it for the corner for a pass in. Can he get in? Warrington man takes it and goes touching goal. So he's forced to drop out between his sticks again. So Saints putting the pressure on. Warrington had just spent about $500,000 with Bateman, Ellis and Roland Phillips, who is substitute today, all ex-Rugby Union players. But they're plagued with a few injuries. Bob Jackson is out injured, and they've just signed Gary Tees as well from Barrow to try and strengthen the pack. But they're in the lead at present, 6 points to 0, and nearly halfway through this first half. Gary Connolly takes the ball up, placed up midway between the Warrington 25 and the halfway. Groves brings it blindside. Bishop. Well, Cullen quickly in there. First time Bishop's been caught in possession. Well, Groves couldn't gather it cleanly. A knock on. Being ruled, unfortunately there, Paul Groves, it ran through his legs, he just couldn't gather it. And as he tried to bring it forward, it was adjudged as a knock-on. Ellis speeds, and that's going to be a knock-on as well. Warrington coming up with possession from the scrum, but Saints quickly in. It's going to be Saints' feed this time, with Bishop to feed. It's a time now to Saints to put further pressure on Warrington. Bishop feeds, Saints come up with possession, the first clean here from the scrum. And this George man running rampant. On to Laughlin again. Well, he'll get on this George man's shoulder. He's there again, on to Bishop, out to Bailey, Cooper, quick hand, on to Rapati. He comes in field, he pushes two tacklers off, but another three come in to help. But it's Saints again now, within 15 yards of the Warrington line. On to Stuart Evans. Goes in with the shoulder, tries to drive them off. Tremendous Warrington tackling. Groves. Oh, loose ball there. Warrington come up with possession, plays allowed to go on. Alan Hunt coming across, good tackle from Hunt. Super play there as Hunt saw the danger, but it's Warrington in possession. Hunt again, comes in for the tackle on Chris Rudd. But Warrington nearly capitalised there, clear run. Neil Harmon running hard and straight, but Evans there brings him down. Solid tackling, no more than you can expect. Ellis, Grubber kicks it through. Finds touch, about 15 yards short of the Saints line. But Warrington there coming out of defence into attack, and Ellis finally putting the ball into touch 15 yards from the Saints line. It's going to be a scrum with the Saints speed. Two scrums apiece now. Saints with possession. Bailey turned in the tackle, looking for support to release, but a good clamp tackle there from O'Sullivan. Cooper again, long ball onto Jonathan Griffiths. Just breaks out, but unfortunately loses his footing. As Paul Farber warms up over there on the touchline, Saints substitute forward. It's George Mann that's took it off, and we can ill afford to lose the talents of George Mann for this afternoon's derby clash. Stuart Evans now taking it blindside, running cross field. Cooper at dummy half, taking it blindside, kicking it upfield. Cooper looking for a bit of yardage. Lyon gathers it safely. As Griffiths, well, he beats Griffiths his tackle, but Evans and Groves bring him to a halt. George Mann just limping a bit, but he's back in the field of play. Warrington still in possession. Dwayne Mann at dummy half, onto Mark Thomas, substitute just come on. Loose ball, it would have been a knock-on, but Bishop has gathered it, Cullen upends him. And George Mann at dummy half, onto Tirapati, driving hard. Paul Groves, Saints in possession. Cooper, moving it quickly. Kevin Ward breaks the first line of defence, passes it round the ball. Well taken by Griffiths. Onto Alan Hunt, travelling with him. We must be in for a score here. Oh, Hunt, look at the tremendous pace there. Alan Hunt, round his man, and scores in the corner. Superb try from the Saints there. Alan Hunt, his tremendous power there and speed rounding Chris Rudd, and Saints moved in quickly there from a play ball in their own half. They moved in quickly over to the wing, and Hunt there with Connolly in support, only one man to beat, and it was a certain try, but Hunt took him on and he touched down in the corner, no problem. Saints back in the hunt, courtesy of Hunt after 21 minutes. Alan Hunt's 8th try of the season. And Saints back in at 6 points to 4 with this Paul Laughlin conversion to come. So super play from the Saints there. One of the rare excursions into this Warrington 25 in the opening quarter. Nearly had the chance of a try before with a penalty award. Cooper took it quickly, but unfortunately Rapati was forced into touch. But the partisan Warrington faithful, hoping that Laughlin doesn't kick it. He flanks it well, looks good from here, and it is good, right between the uprights. And Saints back in at 6 points apiece. So tremendous game in prospect here now. Saints falling foul of the referee on 3 occasions in the 6th, 9th and 15th minutes, with Rudd converting the penalty awards. But Saints hitting back in good style there. Alan Hunt try, converted by Laughlin. 22 minutes gone and 6 points apiece. Let's hope Saints now can just get the bit between the teeth And let's hope to see more tries running. Courtesy of the Saints, of course. Once again from Max in half-back. But we should be getting these big forwards coming up there. Kevin Ward running hard over the 25-yard line. Groves at dummy half. Going away, gives the dummy, tries to gain extra yardage, makes 10 yards further forward. Cooper, lofted pass there, George Mann, good ball to Laughlin, stretching out, beating his Warrington defence. Connolly's with him, looking very hungry this afternoon, he's got it, Connolly. It's the sixth and final tackle, onto Bishop, and he'll hoist it upfield. It's not going to run, I don't think. Lyon's going to keep it in field, he does so. Saints come up quickly, Mark Bailey and Skane Cooper lead the charge. But it's Warrington still in possession. Drummond, and he's a man that you've got to watch. He's a veteran campaigner, but he's a danger man, is Drummond. When he was on transfer at Lever, I thought Saints might have snapped him up. But he's certainly a good competitor. All action, but Warrington in possession, but they're getting rattled up. Still pegged in their own 25. Gary Mercer coming cross-field there, making no forward impetus. But there's Warrington, they're looking a bit bereft of ideas. And Saints will have to make sure that they can peg them down there. The kick downfield will be coming shortly. It's Duane Mann. Evans bounces him down. Sixth and final tackle signified now. And the ball there to Lyon. The kick upfield. Alan Hunt and Gary Connolly there. Connolly takes it up to the halfway line, bringing it over blindside. Desi Drummond comes in and brings Connolly down. Rapati at dummy half for the Saints. Rapati saw the gap, tried to go for it, but the defence was quickly in. Gary Tees, one of the members in there with Don Duffy and Gary Mercer. Stuart Evans for the Saints. Three-man tackle, well clamped. And it's Groves. Takes it in field, Mark Bailey, short ball to Ward, drives at the defence, Ward, always looking to offload the ball. But it's Bernard Dwyer, versatile. Packman, Groves, short ball to Mann. He feeds it back inside to Dwyer. Dwyer looks for the gap. Perhaps the ball should have gone earlier there. Saints looks though they had an overlap here on the left. The referee's hand outstretched again. Cooper, good ball to Laughlin, quick hands to Rapati. The ball has to be kicked. It is. Rapati locks a high up and under. And Rapati chases it. The ball, it's in Warrington hands. It's Lyon that has it. It's kicked through and Drummond has it. It would have been six anyway again, with it being taken by a Warrington man. Just a formality that's waved off. It's Lyon at dummy half. Duane Mann, infield now, Mark Thomas. Solid tackling there again. Stuart Evans. Chapter 3, tremendous games, the last 3 games. It's not so often that, unfortunately, we have to say it, that Evans strings 3 games together, is it? He's been plagued with injury, and on his day he's sunk forward. But unfortunately, plagued with a lot of injury. Bernard Dwyer there, clamps his man. No problem. So 18 tackles in the space of what? About 3 or 4 minutes and within 10 yards of play. As Warrington kicked downfield again. Alan Hunt gathers it safely. Solid tackling there. Neil Harmon brings him down, even though it did look a little high. Laughlin at dummy half. Harmon in again at the tackle. And placed up midway between the 25 and the halfway. Stuart Evans, forward drive. Pushes one off. Mark Thomas round the top. And it's Don Duffy round the legs. Bishop, short ball to Ward again. Pushes one off Ward, looking to unload. Cooper is with him, but good clap tackling again. Referee Golters just checking that the Warrington side are onside. As Bishop kicks it upfield. Lyon stops it with his foot. Feeds it out to Des Drummond, and neither man you'll have to stop. It's a good ball there to Mercer. Feeds it inside to Lyon. But good tackling there, Bernard Dwyer and Paul Bishop. And Lyon a little slow getting up to his feet. Mercer at dummy half, on to Drummond again. He sees the gap, but tries to create the gap for Ellis to go through. Duane Mann. Well, I thought he'd knocked on there. Actually, the ball was kicked through, allegedly by a Saints player. But it's Warrington with another 6 tackles to make it count. Saints very slow, very light of defence on the far side. As Warrington bring it back in centre field. Still 6 points each, 28 minutes of the game gone. A tremendous pulsating cup tie this afternoon. O'Sullivan, is he trying to drop? Well, Gary Conley does well, gathers it safely, and he's up and about. He breaks 2 tackles, Conley. He's bamboozling Desi Drummond here. He keeps in field as Lyon and Drummond try to force him into touch. But Connolly there, what a tremendous run. 40 yards upfield there. Cooper, lofty ball, George Mann, hits the space. Oh, tremendous drive from Alex Hall on. Alan Hunt's gathered it. It touched the Warrington man. It's going to be another 6 tackles. Oh, knock on, unfortunately. But he did well there, did George Mann. He got it out. He touched the Warrington man. And then Alan Hunt went to it. And unfortunately he's knocked on. A scrum down to be found right on the halfway line. At Mark Thomas. Hint of obstruction there onto O'Sullivan. Mercer out to Drummond. Pushes one off. Pushes Paul Bishop aside there. And it's Mercer from acting half-back. Feeds it inside to Drummond. He loses possession. Rapati gathers it. Rapati's away. He beats 2. Saints will spread it here. Cooper. Good ball. Jonathan Griffiths did well to take that. It's on to George Mann now. It's gone back. But Mann on the charge. Inside, taken by Cooper. Saints moving it about a bit. Going through quite a lot of pair of hands there. Paul Grove scampering away from acting half-back. 6 points apiece. Half an hour gone. 10 minutes of the first half remaining. Cooper looking for runners. Adams releases it to Bishop. Sees the gap. Oh, loses his footing as Cullen goes in with the knees on Bishop's back. But it's Ward. Inside to Loughlin. Yes, overlap on the right. George Mann moving quickly. Breaks 2. Looking for support. Into Warrington 25 now. Tremendous forward, George Mann. Must be in line for his 3rd man of the match award. Bishop going for the drop goal. It's over to the right. It's not gone dead. Saints will have to play up. Rapati. He's beaten there. I think it's Ellis. No, it was Gary Mercer. He beat Rapati and went up to the 25-yard line. It's on to Cullen going crossfield, looking for runners. But solid play. Saints closed out very quickly. What a pulsating game. End-to-end stuff. No danger. Neil Harmon inside there. Dwayne Mann. Inside ball there. Alan Bateman. Solid play. Warrington in possession, being forced back by Dwyer and Evans. Dwayne Mann for Warrington, attacked in half-back. He moves it to his right. He loses possession to Warrington. It must be a knock-on. It must be a knock-on, and he brought it towards him. The Saints just couldn't capitalise on that, but they got head and feed at this scrum. Just trailing 3 scrums to 2 to score 6 points each. There's 8 minutes of normal time remaining. Bishop feeds, Cooper brings it up. Cooper does well there. Give the dummy. Bishop went to the outside, but it's Saints on the charge. 20-yard shot of this Warrington line. Saints with a trying a goal on the board. Kevin Ward powering his way. He's centre field. He's just over 10 yards out. Let's see one of Saints' planned ploys here now. Bishop along the line. Cooper on to Loughlin. Chips it through. It's touched to Warrington hand, but Drummond comes up with it. And Connolly completes the tackle. The ball's released. On to George Mann. On to Paul Bishop. Inside to Evans. Back to Groves. Get the dummy. Sees the gap. Drives upfield. So Saints now another 6 tackles to make it count. Touched to Warrington man there, but Golters haven't give the all clear. But we know it's 6 to go. 8-yard shot. Saints will have to get points on the board here now. Cooper looking for the gap. Driving forward. Cooper. Groves backs him up. Well, a knock-on being judged there. I don't think it was on that occasion. I think Groves just looked as though he was going to dummy at the ball, and then he scooped it up. But the referee's there, right on the job. And that's give Warrington a little bit of respite from the pressure. Well, one against the head there. A Saints on the charge. Loughlin on to Griffiths. Out to Hunt. Can he go in for his brace? Inside ball to Griffiths. Saints throwing it about. Good play from Saints there. And Warrington defence comes in very quickly. Griffiths again. Going over to Alan Hunt's wing. This Griffiths and Hunt wing have certainly punched holes in the opposition's defence lately. Dwyer looking for support. Oh! Right back into a Warrington pair of hands there. St. Third have got to follow the man with the ball. Unfortunately, it didn't come off that time. And the Warrington man, well, he must have thought it was Christmas early, mustn't he? A loose ball right in his breadbasket there, and he puts Warrington back in possession, but they're in their own 25. Neil Harlan there, driving hard and straight. To aim man, Warrington in possession, moving it quickly. Mark Thomas. A real cup tie atmosphere this afternoon. And a place in the semi-final of the Regal Trophy at stake. Sixth and final tackle signified there. The ball back to Lyon for the kick upfield. Hunt should take it no problem. He does so in his own 25-yard area. He drives it up centre field. And is it O'Sullivan that brings him down? No, it's Bateman that brings him down. But Stuart Evans, good ball to man. Up to the halfway line now, and Evans again, he's certainly reveling in this game this afternoon. Cooper, long ball to Bailey, gives the dummy, has to take the tackle of Cullen, who went in a little enthusiastically there on the back of Mark Bailey. As I said before, Cullen is not renowned for his finesse in the tackle, but he's not brought down. Kevin Ward drives a further 10 yards upfield, a tremendous 35, 40-yard burst from the Saints as they move upfield. It's Cooper, hits the space, Loughlin's with him, Cooper going on his own. The ball's loose. And Warrington back in possession, unlucky there. Cooper just having the ball reach through his hands. But Saints shall have to come in numbers and hope to peg this Warrington side in their own 25. With less than 5 minutes remaining of the half, and there's Drummond. He's on the right wing, but he's over there on the left wing. Up and about and everywhere, Desi Drummond, roving commission. Saints there, good tackling. Dwayne Mann, that dummy half. But Paul Loughlin penalised for offside. And referee Galtrus there, eagle-eyed Galtrus penalising Loughlin and just relieving the pressure for Warrington. And Saints there with a few injuries, but it was Jonathan Griffiths picked up an arm injury at Featherstone, George Mann a neck injury. They're both in the side this afternoon. Phil Beaver's still out with rib injury. Les Quirk back in the swing of it in training. He'd had a hamstring injury, very unlucky there, Les Quirk, the informed winger for the Saints. And Roy Haggerty back in training after a broken bone in his hand. But it's Dwayne Mann and Warrington. On to Neil Harman. Warrington in possession, approaching the Saints 25-yard line. The score's all tied, 6 points each. Mark Thomas, Cooper and George Mann quickly in there. On to Neil Harman on the far side. Sixth and final tackle there. Will Warrington hoist this ball in the air? Sullivan going for drop, but it's gone to the left. But certainly well within the chances. It's always the policy to try and come up with points if you're near the opposition's goal. And Sullivan tried it there. I'm sure if the boot was on the other foot, Paul Bishop would be having a go at it. And Saints restart with a tap from the 25. 3 minutes remaining. 6 points apiece to score. Bishop on to Mark Bailey. Mercer and Sullivan quickly in with Mark Thomas. But it's Groves now. Bernard Dwyer, good grafter, versatile packman. We can Saints finish with a flourish in this first half. They certainly looked hungry for work. Ward, out to Groves. Saints on about 2 or 3 occasions could have penetrated this Warrington defence, but just failing at the last pass. Connolly has made forward. Head-high tackle there from Mercer. Touch judge here not paying any attention, but Mercer well round Gary Connolly's neck there. Cooper kicks it upfield. David Lyon takes it comfortably. Warrington back in possession. Lyon gives the dummy. Loughlin and Bishop clamp him right below our commentary position now. Time running out in this first half, less than 2 minutes play, but it's Neil Harmon there driving up forward. He's been a tireless runner for Warrington. Mann inside to O'Sullivan. And Saints complete the tackle. Bernard Dwyer and Kevin Ward. On to O'Sullivan, working the loop movement there with Ellis and obstruction. Well, it's not before time, in my opinion. On 2 or 3 occasions, Warrington have employed this ploy, and referee Galtris has had his whistle to his lips a couple of times, but he's the first time that he's actually penalised Warrington for doing it. And it's Bishop receiving the jeers from the crowd. He finds touch just short of the 25-yard line, and let's hope, as I said, Saints can finish with a flourish here, get another try and a goal on the board just before this half-time interval. Cooper again, on to Bernard Dwyer. Head-high tackle from Merton again. Referee Galtris pats his shoulder. George Mann brings it blindside. Taking the defence on. Well, obviously a penalty to the Saints there. It's somebody being, a Warrington player being picked out. O'Sullivan it is being picked out. He's seen something in the tackle as referee Galtris going in with a punch. And what a stupid place for a defending side to do it right by their own 25-yard line. And Paul Loughlin, a chance now to edge the Saints into a slender 2 points half-time lead. Sean Devine comes on as Sandman. And certainly the Saints felt the wrath of referee Galtris' whistle in the first 15 minutes, being penalised 3 times in the kickable positions, and there was 3 good kicks from Rudd. There's a chance now for Paul Loughlin. Shouldn't have any problem with this one really. A right-footed kicker over from the left side, and he should slot it right between the uprights, and let's hope he does. We'll probably not have time to restart the game. Loughlin. Yes, well, I don't know. From this position here, it certainly looks as though it had gone in. There goes the half-time hooter. So Warrington just left off the hook at half-time. So the score's all tied at 6 points each. A tremendous pulsating game. As I said just a couple of minutes ago, Rudd with 3 penalty goals in the 6th, 9th and 15 minutes, and then Alan Hunt with a brilliant individual try in the 21st minute. That was converted by Loughlin. So at half-time here at Witherspoon Warrington in this 3rd round Regal Cup trophy tie, it's 6 points each. Well, back with you now for the second half of this 3rd round Regal Trophy tie here at Witherspoon Warrington. The 3rd away tie for the Saints, and if they're successful, I mean, they're all away now, aren't they? Semi-final away and the final, the neutral ground, obviously. 6 points apiece at half-time, and in the dying seconds, Paul Loughlin could have just edged Saints into a 2 points lead, but unfortunately, it was waved away, even though I thought it had gone between the uprights. Warrington kick-off. Tirapati gathers it, brings it infield. But Warrington moving up very quickly, and they want to stick to the task. They played quite well at Warrington, and they're in again, trying to force the Saints over the line, pushing them back a full 10 yards there. So referee Galtris, he'll be lining up, making sure the Warrington players are onside. It's a pity he didn't look to his right-hand side there, did he? He would have found 2 or 3 Warrington players encroaching. But Groves on to Ward. Kevin Ward up to the 10-yard line. But he'll not let it go. Can't afford to let it go in your own 25, so close to the line. But it's Cooper. Short ball to Bailey. Comes inside. Warrington tackles complete. Duffy there. Brings him down. 6th and final one now. It's on to Bishop. Drummond. 10 yards short of the halfway line, gives a lovely ball there to Lyon. Lyon and Drummond working well there, and you've got to contain this fella Drummond. As I said, he's a veteran campaigner, but by Jove, he's got a good brain on him, hasn't he? Up to the Saints 25, Warrington in possession. Obstruction again there, in my opinion, as Warrington move it across to the left. Dwayne Mann at acting half-back. The runner's there. Who's forward? Cullen coming crossfield, but he's going nowhere. And he's well wrapped up there. Evans lends his 17 stone in, and Cullen goes to the ground. O'Sullivan sees the gap. Only Connolly to beat. He's coming to the left. O'Sullivan is in. Yes. A good try from O'Sullivan in the opening 2 minutes. He took the ball from acting half-back. He went to the right and then he curved into the left. He'd only Connolly to beat, and he went on a diagonal run in the corner, and Connolly and Hunt couldn't stop him, and that edges Warrington into the lead now. Chris O'Sullivan, this new Australian Canberra Raider player, edges Warrington into the lead. A bit of individualism there. He hurled away. 10 points to 6 now, and certainly Saints will have to get their act together. Warrington coach Brian Johnson will have his team all fired up, and no doubt Saints coach Mike McClellan at the half-time interval will have his team fired up. But Warrington there, their first try of the game, adding to the 3 Rudd penalty conversions, and it's a difficult kick now from Rudd from the touchline, just about 2 or 3 yards in and 35 yards out. So Chris Rudd composing himself, looking to tag on the extra points, but it's over to the left. Braun short. 10 points to 6 to score in Warrington's favour after just 3 minutes of the second half. So a surprise attack there from Warrington. Mind you, they have, from the kick-off, they put plenty of pressure on the Saints. Peppered the Saints up in their own 25, nearly forced them back over their own line in possession. Good deep kick there again. The Saints will have to come up and make sure the defence holds firm. Cullen in possession, Griffiths, Evans in at the tackle, but it's Evans in again. He's certainly revelling in this game this afternoon, is Stuart Evans. Warrington bringing it blindside. Harmon, good strong runner. I said he's run really hard and strong all the match. Mark Thomas, substitute, he's substitute forward. He is a forward, he's on the back position, number 14. Ellis, I think it is, that's kicked it crossfield. It's foul touch just inside the Saints half. We're scrum down with the Saints head and feed, so we shouldn't have any problem in getting possession from the scrum. Bishop feeds, Saints come up with the scrum possession. On to Gary Connolly. The line on there at the play the ball. And Saints bringing it upfield. Bernard Dwyer, O'Sullivan and Tees quickly in at the tackle. Groves moving it across field. Bishop, Cooper, George Mann. Just held by an ankle, but got away. Pushed the ball back, touched the Warrington hand, and Saints come up with another further 6 tackles. Stuart Evans driving it upfield. Groves, Saints playing it blindside. Kevin Rawls running hard, looking to release. Just couldn't slip it out, and Saints now pressing it up. Cooper misses out George Mann onto Paul Loughlin. Well, Tirapati pulled up on the far side there. It looks as though he's done a bit of a hamstring. He pulled up very quickly there. The Saints were moving it across. The Saints are moving it. Groves looking for support. It's knocked back down. It's all on again. Yes, knocked down by a Warrington player. And penalty to Saints. Warrington taking exception to that decision from referee Galtrus. But as the ball came out, it touched the Warrington man. It was knocked down, and Saints came up with possession. Paul Groves quickly on it, and it's a penalty to the Saints. Tirapati just receiving treatment on the far side. Paul Loughlin virtually centre field, about 35 yards from the sticks. A chance now to put Saints back in contention at 10 points to 8 if he's successful. Referee Galtris on the job there, and just waving the tackle count clean. Warrington player took exception to his decision and was penalised. So Paul Loughlin now composing himself. Saints leading goal scorer, 36, with today's 1 goal already. As he hooked it, it's over to the right. So it looks as though it stumped it. So bad miss for Paul Loughlin. The score still remains at 10 points to 6 in Warrington's favour. And Warrington moving it quickly. Looks as though he's in touch there. Chris Rudd. Harmon running hard. Dwyer brings him down. Dwayne Mann attacked in half-back. O'Sullivan, short ball onto tees. Dwayne Mann takes up the active half-back position again, and it's Duffy, John Duffy. Versatile campaigner, been in Australia, he's been with Fulham and Carlisle, but he's now been signed by Warrington. There's a little chip kick through there by O'Sullivan. Connolly gathers it safely. O'Sullivan comes up quickly. O'Sullivan completes the tackle. So Saints being forced back there. Alan Hunt trying to thread his way through, but Thomas completes the tackle. Saints will have to spread it. Tirapati in the thick of things, in the centre. He is on the left wing, but he's got a bit of a roving commission as well. It's Kevin Ward. Unlucky there, Ward, just had his ankle tapped. But Saints coming upfield about 30-40 yards. And Bishop there with some tactical, positional kicking. One thing he's been renowned for here at Warrington. And he finds touch 10 yards short of the Warrington 25. It's going to be a scrum with the Warrington feed. Let's hope Saints can push hard, take another one against the head. Ellis to feed. Saints pushing the scrum. Bishop comes up with possession, but Bishop is penalised for being offside at the scrum. So referee Galtris right on the job, but Warrington making hard work at that scrum. And when young Paul Bishop went round to drop on the loose ball, he was penalised. So Lyon finds touch just inside the Saints half. Warrington in possession, very dark out there, and no doubt your picture will be quite bright, but conditions getting very dark and misty and murky out on this Wilderspool Warrington pitch. So the Warrington man finally bundled to the ground, and this is what it's all about, tackling, isn't it? And Saints will have to get in and make sure the man's on the ground. I think it's Cullen that time, and it's Neil Harmon running hard. Had a real good solid game. It's Warrington in possession and on the charge. O'Sullivan feeding the ball inside in the Saints 25. Dwayne Mann, and where's this man Drummond? No doubt he'll be coming into the action. Taking it blindside, onto Harmon. Drummond coming in. That must be the 6th and final tackle. And Drummond there, he's attacked in half-back. Well, he's just telling what he wants. O'Sullivan, Drummond there, he's yards offside. Well, surely he's not give a try. No, double movement is indicating, or a forward pass as it is indicating. I don't know what sort of a decision that was, but certainly a lot of Warrington players offside there as Drummond intimated to O'Sullivan what he wanted from that planned play. Stuart Evans in possession for the Saints now. Groves at dummy half. Well taken by George Mann. Takes the defence on. Running hard, Mann had a bit of an injury scare halfway through the first half. But it's now Kevin Ward up centre field, looking to release. Warrington tackling like terriers. Well into the game here, 10 points to 6 in the lead of Warrington. And there's 11 minutes of the second half gone. Loose play there. Loughlin couldn't take it from Shane Cooper. Warrington snap up the loose ball. Chris Rudd. Now with Dwayne Mann. Dwyer and Griffiths bring him to grass. O'Sullivan attacked in half-back. Warrington bring it blindside. It's Bateman. Right centre. Cullen at dummy half. Short ball to Harmon. Back to Bateman. In the Saints 25 now. Warrington in possession. Cullen on to O'Sullivan. Looking for the gap. Gives it on to Tees. Gap emerged. O'Sullivan gave it him. O'Sullivan is there again. On to Bateman. He takes it well. Out to Rudd. Driving for the corner. Sixth and final tackle there. The first change over of the match. Well, Warrington penalised for offside. The Saints played quickly. So it's Paul Bishop from the penalty award and the first change over of the match. And Bishop there receiving the boos from the Warrington faithful. And he brings play up 35 yards from the line. Cooper, Stuart Evans, Paul Farber ready for action on the far side, stripped off. Oh, lovely ball there from Groves to Cooper, out to Bishop, lofted ball over, well taken by Bailey. Good play there, all stemming from Paul Groves. But Bailey there took a knock in that tackle. Dwyer there, Bailey plays it, on to Dwyer. George Mann running hard. Again, Mann shrugged the tackles off, feeds it inside to Loughlin. Good ball to Bishop. Feeds it to Conley, he loses possession. Warrington in possession now, up to Bateman. Good tackle, but good backing up. Harman. Out to there to Rudd. Can Rudd, yes, he's forced it to touch. Good tackling there from Connolly. Did well, Connolly. Came back, two back to the cherry. And good play from Warrington. Scooped it up quickly. Harman there running like a three-quarter. And he fed it to Rudd. He was just forced into touch, but now Warrington coming out to defence into attack again. Superb, pulsating game here at Wilderspoon. So Farber coming on for Stuart Evans. So Farber right in the front row. Bishop feeds. Saints come up with possession. Two scrums to none in the second half in Saints' favour. That is Cooper along the line. George Mann again. Good ball to Loughlin. Yes, out to Rapati. After coming field. Denny Drummond, he flicks it back to Rapati. Saints keep it going. Farber with his first touch. Drives into the opposition. The Warrington defence. But Saints not right. They're throwing it about. And they'll have to throw it about. They're trailing by 4 points. Still plenty of time yet, on to Bishop. On the 25. Groves. Drive forward. Support there. Rapati again. He's looming all over his Rapati. It's Groves again. Chips it through. Groves hacks it on again. It's touched the Warrington player. Groves in the chase to the line. Alan Hunt as well. Groves completes the tackle. And Saints move upfield about 60 yards there. And Saints will have to contain the Warrington outfit in their own 25. On to Des Drummond. Now he's one you've got to get into. As I said before, it's on to Mercer. He's going crossfield. He's well clamped. He's got about 50 yards crossfield and about a yard forward there. But it's Warrington still in possession. Saints doing well. Sticking to the task. Well, nothing in that at all. Referee goes to Stern. I don't know what sort of a decision that is. Fair enough, he did chase the man. He's on about him pushing him off high. I don't know. He did take the man, but the player in possession did do it as if to let the ball go. But Warrington have been awarded the penalty. 2 penalties apiece in the second half. And Jonathan Griffiths receiving treatment, just took a knock. But it's Warrington in possession. With the tails up, 10 points to 6 in the lead, quarter of an hour of the second half gone. So solid tackling again there. No place for faint heart here in the first, what can we say, 5 or 10 minutes. There's quite a lot of fiery exchanges between these two sides. Nobody being sin-binned or anything, but Dwayne Mann scampering away from dummy half. Good clamp tackle there from Ward. But it's Warrington in the same 25 yet again. It's the scrum half there, Ellis, coming within, 2 or 3 yards of the try line. O'Sullivan trying to kick it through, and Scabbard, is he short? Well, the try's been awarded. Warrington come up with a try. Is it Ellis? I think it's Ellis. No. It is Ellis. It was Sullivan that went to grubber through. The ball hit the same player, came back. Ellis gathered it and dove over at close range. So Warrington extend the lead there to 14 points to 6. Warrington putting the pressure on the Saints. It's O'Sullivan again. He's been running this Saints defence ragged. And a Warrington player being carried off there on the far side. It looks like Duffy, I think. So it's Rudd with the conversion attempt, and he shouldn't have much problem here, should he? But a fortunate try for Warrington. The all count. O'Sullivan kicking through, which hit the Saints player. It came back. Ellis gathered the rebound and dove over at short range. So it's Rudd to make a 10-point gap. Well, he hooks it there. It is, as my Warrington counterpart here says, it was a bad miss, and that's true. 14 points to 6 after 17 minutes. And Warrington making a substitution now with Roland Phillips coming on to replace Don Duffy, who's just been carried off. Well, shouldered off. Cheered off, I should say. So Saints with it all to do now. 8 points gap between the teams. And Saints have to fling everything into it. Warrington have run hard with what I've been assured is a depleted side. Roland Phillips straight in at the action. This ex-Neath Rugby Union with his ex-Neath teammate Alan Bateman and Kevin Ellis, the Bridgend scrum half, or ex-Bridgend scrum half I should say. Well, Warrington with the tails up, leading 14 points to 6. Nearly halfway through the second half. There's the kick. O'Sullivan again, pegging the Saints back, and a good deep kick. Finding touch just short of the Saints 25. So Bishop there with the ball in his hands, ready to feed this scrum. On the 3 occasions that Warrington have beat the Saints in this trophy competition, they've gone on to the final. Look, Saints now with an uphill battle. They're not running with the same force as they did at Featherstone on Tuesday. Both of these sides here, like Jekyll and Hyde teams, but it's Groves there, scampering away. Flips it back to Dwyer, Saints on the charge. Cooper, inside ball, George Mann. Mann coming through on the opposite diagonal. Saints breaking quickly there, all coming from Paul Groves again. Kevin Ward. Down with the shoulder in the tackle, looking to release. Solid tackling, Roland Phillips, Paul Cullen, Mark Thomas, and Tees in at the tackle. Cooper again. Touches forward, but did go forward, surely. Yes, he did go back. There's no danger about that. I can assure him of that, Mr. Galters, who'd just like to consult me. But Bishop chips it through. Ellis takes it. Did well there. He's on the 6th tackle, and Bishop tried the little chip kick through. Ellis gathered it. Roland Phillips now. Big lad, this Phillips, isn't he? Powering his way forward, up to the halfway line. Ward and Cooper stop his gallop. Dwayne Mann, inside ball to Harmon. He's had a good game this afternoon, Harmon. Wouldn't be surprised if he didn't want him with a chance of the man of the match award. He's running hard, looking to get her there. And Saints forced to pack down with the Warrington feed. Ellis to feed, and Warrington looking for the first clean heel from the scrum in the second half. They get it, they bring it short side. They're still in possession, they're driving forward. Drummond attacking half-back, and you have to watch this lad. Well, Drummond's going to be penalised for pushing the man off. A stupid incident there from the Warrington captain. as referee Goltris, he was waiting for the players to get up, obviously difficult to get up after completing a tackle. And Captain Drummond losing a good attacking position for Warrington. Saints with the penalty. Good tackling centre field. Cooper attacked in half-back. George Mann up to the halfway line. Paul Bishop at dummy half. Certainly looks a little misty down there on the pitch. Palmer does well, gives the dummy. And it's O'Sullivan going in there a little enthusiastically on Paul Farber. Cooper changes the direction onto Loughlin. Stretches his legs, centre field, good ball there to Bailey. Bailey into space, he'll win it right under the sticks. So Mark Bailey there, virtually under the sticks. Good play again from Saints captain Shane Cooper. He changed the direction of play from taking it in centre field. He brought it over to the blind side. Paul Loughlin broke through two tackles on the Warrington defence, and then he fed it inside to Mark Bailey. Bailey there, he did well. It looks as though he's going to be tackled. He broke through the last line of defence, and he touched down under the sticks there. Put Saints back in it at 14 points to 10, and surely just a formality now for Paul Loughlin right in front of the sticks. Mark Bailey tried there. Yes, Paul Loughlin's second goal of the afternoon. Mark Bailey's 8th try of the season, and Saints back in the hunt at 14 points to 12. Superb try there from Mark Bailey. But Saints captain Shane Cooper got him fired up. It was Cooper that started it off. Brought it from midfield to the blind side, and good running from Paul Loughlin and Mark Bailey, who finished off in good style right under the sticks. 2 points to gap. O'Sullivan to kick off. Bishop there, gathers it safely. Rapati running on the diagonal there. And that, in effect, you can say that all that try for the Saints there all stemmed from an error from Des Drummond in the Saints own 25. George Mann, centre field, block busting forward. Groves wants a quick play of the ball. The Saints with the tails up now. They've 15 minutes, just over 15 minutes of play. Forward, into space, running hard, releases it, Groves gathers it, a knock on is ruled. Well, he reckons Paul Groves knocked on. I may have thought that Paul Farber had passed it forward, but it certainly didn't look as though Paul Groves had knocked on. Scrum down, just inside the Saints half. Warrington feed, Ellis to feed. Warrington turned the pack. They've still got possession, and Saints tackling have to hold firm. Roland Phillips, well taken down. Paul Farber, good tackle round the legs, and they can't go without the legs, can they, man? O'Sullivan running crossfield, looking for the runners. Inside to Mercer, on to Lyon. Good tackle from Kevin Ward. But Warrington there putting a couple of moves together that nearly caught the Saints on the hop. And they'll be driving towards the line. They're up in the Saints 25 again. About another 2 or maybe 3 tackles to make it count. Mark Thomas, lofted ball there, playing over to Drummond's wing. He'll have to contain this little man. Well, there's the 5th tackle signified. It's Drummond from acting half-back. He flips it inside. Cooper takes it. Drummond there, he just threw it anywhere on the last pass there. Dwyer. So Saints now, they just have to calm it down. Spread it out to the speedy backs. It's Tirapati, centre field. Groves, on to Farber. Turns it back, bounces off the defence. Still going Paul Farber. 15-20 yard burst there from Farber, and Saints in possession. Just outside their own 25. Kevin Ward looking for runners. Looking to flick it up there, Bishop into ball for a good tackle from Dwayne Mann. Cooper, looking for the gap, he's into space. He's still going through, lovely pass round to Groves. Groves locks it up, Rapati takes it. He kicks it upfield, Rapati finds touch. Unlucky there, he knew he was just tackled Rapati. He kicked it forward, it went into touch. So Saints putting the pressure on. No, my co-commentator is saying it's a sixth tackle, but the ball bounced in field, and therefore it's in the field of play. It's only on if it was thrown right into touch on the sixth tackle, or for an offence, there would be the changeover. But Warrington come up with possession from the scrum. The ball actually being grubbed into touch there, and that's all right. There's no infringement whatsoever there, and that's within the rules. Dwayne Mann for Warrington, on to Harmon. 10 yards short of the halfway line. 28 minutes of play gone in the second half. 14 points to 12 to score in Warrington's favour. O'Sullivan lofts it out there. Short ball there onto Lyon. Running into a big gap. He's still going, he's Lyon. It's onto Drummond, but it comes off his foot. Well, the ball's gone into touch. It's going to be... Well, the referee bringing play back. Obviously, no advantage to the Saints. Obviously, no advantage to the Saints. And a forward pass being ruled, I think. No knock on there being indicated. But no advantage to the Saints there. It came off Des Drummond. And the play being brought back to where Drummond knocked on. It Saints head and feed. And Warrington being penalised for being offside at the scrum. So Saints have come up with a clean heel, but Warrington being penalised for coming round in an offside position. So a bit of the pressure being taken off the Saints there. And Loughlin finds touch, 8 yards short of the halfway line. Saints trailing by 2 points, 14 points to 12. Cooper, on to George Mann. Cullen and Dwayne Mann holding. Cooper now, had a good game today. Cooper, he's there, he's going again. Flicks it up to Rapati, he comes inside. He's still driving forward. Well, is the ball loose? There's a little fracas going on the far side. But Saints carry on with play. They'll be brought back, there's no danger. But Temper's getting a little frayed on the far side. So we'll have to see the touch judge's report to the, I beg your pardon, yes, the touch judge's report to the referee before play is allowed to go on. Saints were in possession, it was an off-the-ball incident. And Warrington come up with a penalty. Well, like an obstruction type of indication, they're holding the player back, is indicated by referee Galtrus. With Saints in possession. And now Warrington from that penalty. Fine touch just inside the Saints half. What a tremendous last 10 minutes of play we're going to have here at Wilderspool. 14 points to 12 in Warrington favour. Neil Harmon driving forward, straight and true and hard. O'Sullivan, lofted ball there to Cullen. Short ball to Lyon, on to Bateman. Well taken down, but he's tackled surely again. He's been penalised for that. Yes, and rightly so. Will they ever learn this Warrington side? That's on 2 or 3 occasions that they've got up to play the ball. The man was on the ground, his elbows had touched the ground, and that is actually the play is stopped. Now Bishop with the penalty. A tremendous touch-finding kick. Right on the halfway line there. Groves, Cooper, inside to George Mann. Blockbusting run from Mann, but it's a good tackle. On now, Paul Forber, 10 yards inside the Warrington half. Warrington being made to pay for the mistakes there. Mind you, referee Galtrus has given Warrington 6 points from Saints mistakes, hasn't he, early on in the first 15 minutes. 3-run penalty goal, but it's Saints on the charge. Loughlin into space. Possession is lost and Warrington scoop up the loose ball. Roland Phillips from acting half-back. He's lost ball as well. Going to Dwyer. Saints now with an overlap. They've got to move it quickly to the left. George Mann. Wanting to move over quickly in defence, but George Mann there. 10 yards short of the Warrington 25. Just 2 points separating these teams. A place in the semi-final at stake. Loughlin now into space. Pushes to her. Onto Griffiths. Goes down with a tackle. Wants a quick play the ball. Alan Hunt at dummy half. Feeds it inside. Bishop Ward running hard. Backs into the tacklers. Cooper now. Saints now with a flourish. Can they just get points on the board? Cooper again. Groves. Get the dummy. Sees the gap. Tries for the line. 10 yards short. Centre field. Saints in possession. Cooper again. Palmer. Inside to Cooper. Still in possession is Cooper. Sixth and final tackle now. Saints will definitely drive for the line. The drop goal's no good. They'll move it blindside, will they? Yes, forward. Charging through. The sixth tackle. Reverse past there from Groves. Only the second change over in the game. Warrington withstand the pressure. And it's now up to Saints to hold this Warrington outfit in their own 25. There's Drummond. Quickly tackled there, but Warrington did well. They withstood the Saints' pressure. 7 minutes of play remaining. Warrington in the lead by 2 points. 14 points to 12. A real pulsating cup tie this afternoon. Dwayne Mann. Well, he breaks out to the tackle. As Warrington clear the line, they move 30 yards, 35 yards upfield. The Saints player receiving treatment over there on it's Paul Farmer. Saints substitute forward. The Saints temporarily down to 12 men. Lyon kicks upfield, but Connolly will take it well. It won't go dead, but Connolly has to play it. Well, he's forced over his own line, is Connolly. Tremendous three-man Warrington tackle. Neil Harmon, one of the tackles in there. Chris O'Sullivan, the other. So pressure on the Saints, and Stuart Evans coming back on, replacing Paul Farmer. So Saints forced to drop out from between their own sticks. Saints substitution being made. And Jesse Drummond takes the ball on the halfway line. He drives up centre field. Dwyer clamps him. Paul Groves comes in. If Warrington score again here, well, it's goodbye for the Saints. For his Dwayne Mann. Up centre field, looking to release. Looking for runners there. Mann stood in the tackle. And nobody there backing him up. Mercer moving it across field. Solid tackling from the Saints there, and they'll have to withstand this pressure. In the Saints 25. Saints under the cosh here. Roland Phillips being forced back and being forced over to the touchline. Finally grounded. Inside ball, well, he's had a knock on. Hunt's come back, referee Galter says. But a Warrington player taking a knock there. Neil Harmon, it looks like. Warrington still in possession, moving it quickly. On to Lyon. Is he going in at the corner? Yes, he's dove in. Lyon goes in for a try in the corner. That could be decisive. That opens an 18 points to 12 gap with the conversion attempt to come. The Lyon coming up from the full back position, moving out wide here. A good lofted ball onto Bateman and then onto Lyon. And he went in low and hard in the corner. So another difficult conversion attempt for Rudd, but this will run out, this will take away the dying minutes. We're about 4 minutes of normal time remaining. And Saints now trailing by 16 points to 12. I beg your pardon, by 18 points to 12. Just getting me mathematics wrong there. But Warrington there, they've hit back well and hard. They scored 3 tries in this second half to Saints 1. O'Sullivan with an individual effort in the second minute, and then Ellis after after rebound from O'Sullivan again, going in at short range, and then Lyon coming through there as Warrington has put plenty of pressure on the Saints in their own 25. They moved it over there from the far right forward to the left hand side here, and it was David Lyon that followed up, linked up, making the extra man and dove in at the corner. So it's Roden, difficult conversion attempt. Personally, I hope he's just as successful with this one as he was with the last one. At least it'll give the Saints a bit of breathing space. Oh, unlucky there. Just hit the left-hand upright and bounced out. Only 3 minutes of time remaining. A 6-point gap. Yes, a 6-point gap there. 18 points to 12. So Saints need a try and a goal to force a replay at Nosey Road midweek. So Paul Bishop. Short kick there taken by Mercer. Dwyer wraps him up, and Warrington will just want to hold on to this ball for the remainder of these 6 tackles, then boot it upfield, and that'll make it all that difficult for Saints when the ball's lost there. Well, the tackle there completed, and the ball coming out of the tackle, and Evans being penalised. I don't know what sort of a decision is that, but Paul Bishop being replaced by Sean Devine with only 2 minutes of the game remaining. Warrington in possession, moved it upfield. Des Drummond coming crossfield. Now straightens up and drives forward, and he's a black belt in judo, but he's not the biggest of characters, but my word, he gets through some work. An ex-Great Britain international. On to Neil Harmon, pushing the defence off. It's Warrington, putting Saints under the cosh. In the 25 to 8 man, going for a drop goal attempt. It's hit the post and it's run dead. Well, I thought it had run dead, but Connolly, he has to take it, moves it over quickly, onto Tirapati. He has to come in field. The Warrington defence moving over exceptionally quickly. Cullen, I think it is pulled up there with a hamstring injury on the far side. But Saints now have to move it quickly, quick hands. Griffiths, onto Hunt. He couldn't take it cleanly. But the defence came over Bateman very quickly. Griffiths into George Mann, Cooper. Good ball to the runner there. It's on the ground, it's loose. Warrington snap up possession. Time running out for the Saints now. Oh, it's a Saints player that's gone down injured, is it? No, it's a Warrington player injured, but Shane Cooper comes up, takes the ball. Oh, Sullivan there being named as the Regal Trophy Man of the Match winner. He's had a good game in the second half, but Harmon there's a lot of hard running for Warrington. George Mann doing a lot of prodding and penetrating early in the first half for the Saints. Well, time running out now. I reckon we're playing in time added on for injury. We certainly haven't had a lot of that, have we? But Warrington coming up here with a good victory, and what must be expected, a shock victory, especially after Saints last Tuesday's performance at Featherstone, and looking in the people this morning, and Robbie of the people have tipped Saints to win here. Well, that's the kiss of death anyway, isn't it? It's as good as Alec Murphy tipping that, isn't it, Robbie? But it's Roland Phillips driving upfield. 6th and final tackle now, just playing out the last 9 seconds, injury time. Ellis with a drop ball attempt. Saints to restart from the 25 with a tap. And only a last gasp. Try can pull anything out of the back for the Saints, bring them up with the shirt of the spoil, trailing by 18 points to 12. Groves is on a good run, scampering through. He wants to get up quickly for a play the ball. Bernard Dwyer at dummy half. On to Cooper. Nobody's worked harder than Cooper this afternoon. George Mann pushing him off. Wants to release it, he does so. Warrington up with possession. Mark Bailey couldn't take it there. He knew he was in an offside position. Or the pass would have been ruled forward. But Warrington The final hooter, and Warrington jumped with delight. Saints dumped out of the Regal Trophy in the third round here at Warrington, 18 points to 12. As I said, it must be something of a shock victory for Warrington. Half-time, there was all level at 6 points each. Then, in the first 2 minutes, O'Sullivan with an individual try. About 15 yards out, that put Warrington in the lead at 10-6. Then O'Sullivan again in the 17th minute, he grubbed through, it rebounded back, Ellis gathered the rebound, he dove over a short range and Warrington had an 8-point gap at 14 points to 6. Then Mark Bailey, a good try led by Captain Cooper onto Paul Loughlin. Bailey finished it off, Loughlin goal, and Saints were back in the hunt at 14-12. Then there in the dying minutes, 5 minutes before full time, David Lyon linking up as the extra man, and he dove in at the corner. 18 points, 30-12 now, putting Warrington in more or less an unassailable lead. And Saints couldn't capitalise on it. So the final score here at Wilderspool, Saints going out to the Regal Trophy in the third round by 18 points to 12. So that